With that being said, welcome to the new show on the block. Touching every topic, guaranteed to make it hot. Run them Phillip River spirals to girly running the rock. Run them lake show dunks to them game winning shots. It's a lock, it's a fact that we only spitting facts. Like who wreck a finna flop and who stay on top of that. Who the hottest of the month and who really spitting trash. Don't stress, just guess. This your favorite podcast. Everything should be dead after.
That's what he said.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending what time it is, wherever you are in the world, listen to us right now. I am Francisco, your host with the most, aka defective_TDK on the IG, and I'm cooling with my co-host.
What's up, everybody? It's Daniel, aka Lord Pretty Rocco on that IG.
And you are now tuned in to episode 94 of With That Being Said. Oh, I know you heard that.
Yep.
You know why? Because White Claw's the law, baby.
The claw's the law.
The claw is the law. Especially on days like the last 2-3 days, Danny. It's been hot as a mother.
It's been hot as fuck.
I haven't looked at the temperature, but yesterday was like the first day of the year where I was like, oh, it's uncomfortably hot.
Yeah.
And for me, like, I'm cool. Like, when it's hot or when it's cold, like, I feel like I have a little more, what's the word? A little more, not endurance. Endurance is not the word. But like a higher threshold for it. Like, it doesn't just make me uncomfortable for no reason. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get you. Some people are just like, oh, it's hot. They like freak out.
Yeah.
Ain't that serious.
Or they're like constantly moody because it's hot. To me, it's like, bro, like, do you know where you live? Like, you know it's gonna be hot every year.
Yeah.
Like, do you know where you live? But yesterday was the first day out of the year where I was like, oh shit, it's kind of like too hot to even be driving around, you know? Or it's too hot to be driving and stop at a red light. I need to be, you know, if you're not pumping AC, like, I need to be constantly driving for this wind to hit me, dog. Fuck that. I'm running this red, dog, because I'm not sitting here, you know what I'm saying? Last week was the 4th of July episode, huh?
Yes, it was.
How'd you spend it?
It was cool, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, I had fun. Well, you know, did some illegal firework throwing.
Hey,
but
bro.
so did, like, everyone else in the freaking city of Los Angeles in the valley.
I mean, yeah, so many people had fireworks this year.
It was dope. It was cool to see. What sucked to see was that there was a couple of apartment building around my neighborhood that got actually lit on fire because people were being stupid throwing fireworks.
Yeah.
But it was cool to see everybody. I mean, what did you expect? There's no fireworks show in LA County.
Yeah.
I knew everybody was about to stock up, and luckily we had a couple, and then some more family friends came through, and they just pulled up with the Excalibur big ass box.
Oh yeah.
And that shit got on and popping.
For
That shit sounded like a fucking war zone.
You know what? When you grow up in the hood, that's every night. You feel me? It's just every night, dog.
My bad.
Scooby-Doo pop pop. Nah, yeah. Also, same. Hanging around in the neighborhood, dog. Everybody had fireworks. Even played some not so sober basketball. You feel me? It was a good time.
Hey, remember we played some not so sober basketball one time?
We did play some not so sober basketball one time.
And we had to give y'all the L.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you get off. Because you're not wrong. You're not telling no lies.
Yeah.
You know?
But y'all were also on some Four Locos that night.
You and Stevie played me and Raul on some 2-on-2 and some 2-3 in the morning driveway basketball.
Yep.
But it's a good memory, honestly. That
was a good time.
But whenever y'all want to run that sober 2-on-2,
I had chocolates on too.
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely you know what? Both sides were not well equipped. I'm not here to make excuses. Both sides were not well equipped, dog. It is what it is. It did happen. Big facts. You know what? I just thought of something that I don't have written down in my notes.
What's that?
The Will and Jada thing.
You know what?
I don't have it down in my notes. Do you want to go in?
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen the Red Table video.
I seen parts of it.
I seen people's reaction to it.
Uh-huh.
It does make me a little sad, to be honest.
But the thing is, wait, it makes you sad like on Will's part?
It makes me sad because for a lot of people, they were that couple of...
Like Cole?
Well, I don't think he necessarily looked at them like that, but I think he used them as a metaphor that so many people would be able to relate to in a song.
But
people would know what he meant.
But what I'm surprised about is that like that y'all didn't know they were in an open relationship because I've been knowing that.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. If it's an open relationship, then why is this a thing?
That's what I feel like people didn't know that.
No. If you look at images from the video, Will Smith is hurt.
But they're also out of context, bro. You haven't seen the video.
I haven't seen the video. I haven't. You're absolutely right. I have not seen the video. But what I'm saying is, why are you hurt if you're in an open relationship?
I mean, supposedly, and what I'm getting at, and I've discussed this with a couple of friends of mine that are actually marriage and family therapists.
Okay.
That like, they think it's more her than him.
That she's more open than he is.
Yes. So it's becoming more of a toxic relationship than it is an actual open relationship.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about that is, well, I mean, for me, it's the whole idea of marriage. The fact that you're supposed to marry somebody and be with them for the rest of your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or at least that's what they say.
At least that's what they told us.
That's what they told us.
That's what they told us.
But, like, in 20 years, in 15 years, in 10 years, you're not going to be the same person you are today. So how can you expect to be in love with that same person?
I don't know. I mean, I've never been married before, so I can't tell you.
No, so what I'm saying is, I'm sure this relationship started different, and now it's somewhere else. And August Alsina,
sure they were probably both okay with being in an open relationship before, and now it's like, all right, we're old. Like, wait, what?
Well, I don't know. The only problem I have with this is that August Alsina had to open his mouth. That's the only problem I have with it.
Because if he didn't,
bro, it's like, shut your fucking mouth, bro. Stop being a bitch, like.
Bro, he bagged Jada, bro.
And that's another thing. Matter of fact, you bagged Jada. I'm sorry. Jada is not even in my realm of me wanting to bag.
Really?
To me, Jada is an old bag.
Oh, that's fucked
like,
up.
no. Is it, though?
It's not fucked up, but I mean, like.
Bro, to me, she's not. She's not.
She's pretty. But I get what you're saying.
Nah, she's not. If I'm August Alsina and I'm singing and I'm going on tours and, you know what I'm saying?
He gets some baddies.
I'm sure he could. Obviously, there's something she does that makes him act a fool. You feel me?
Yeah.
But it's not, I don't know. To me, it's honestly, it's the same thing when people talk about Halle Berry.
I don't like Halle Berry like that.
She had her run.
I don't like her like that. I don't know why. When she came out in 007?
When she came out in 007, when she was Catwoman, you feel me? She had her run, bro, but nah.
I never thought she was that bad.
If we talking about older women who are fine,
who?
Like, to me, J-Lo and Nia Long.
Oh, you're talking about. I was thinking more of the whites.
Who?
Who's that girl that was in Austin Powers?
Oh, I don't know her name, but I know who you're talking about. I know
Elizabeth
exactly.
Hurley. That bitch bad.
Okay. Well, I mean, I wouldn't call her a bitch. It's 2020, but that bitch is bad. You know what I'm saying?
Bad bitch alert.
Bad bitch alert, real quick.
But I feel you with that. Okay, Nia Long.
Yeah, like, Nia Long has been a crush of mine for a long time, and then to watch how J-Lo has aged is like, oh my god.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's like, oh, Jada. It's like, nah, don't do it for me.
What about the girl? I'm forgetting her name too. I said the girl too. I'm disrespecting her from Dusk Till Dawn.
What's Selma Hayek.
Selma Hayek.
Oh man,
that's a bag.
Honestly, I gotta change my shorts. Just off the name. But anyways, yeah, I didn't have it down on my notes, but
you know what?
It came across.
You know what? Let's watch the video and we'll talk about it next episode.
I'll watch it. Yeah, I'll watch it.
I was gonna watch it this morning, and then I started watching Karen's Gone Wild, and that shit was more entertaining, honestly.
Well, you know what? Like, my thing is, I don't want to care about the Jada and Will thing.
I don't want to either, but I'm curious about that situation, just in general.
You know what? When people post memes about Will Smith, I don't like it.
I think it's hilarious.
I do not like it.
What do you mean? You're the one. I feel like you'd be the meme maker. I feel like you're the one searching through the web.
Not when it comes to Will.
Will? He's untouchable?
Bro. Don't play with Will, dog. No. He isn't. To me, you're right. That's exactly the right word. To me, Will is untouchable, bro.
Bro.
Exactly.
Those memes are...
I don't like them, bro. I scroll right past them, bro. Matter of fact, I report the people who post them, dog. Matter of fact, I'm the Karen on IG, dog.
You haven't liked one of them?
Nah, man. I don't. Not when it comes to Will, dog. Feel me? Give me someone else. Name a couple people. Give me someone else. I'll tell you if it's okay or not.
To make memes out of?
Yeah.
Jordan.
In this situation, if that celebrity was in this situation, so you want to go Jordan off the bat?
Chris Brown.
No. This situation wouldn't happen to Chris Brown.
It wouldn't?
No, because he would beat her up. God damn.
I don't want to. Who got played? Drake.
Oh, 1,000% I would be okay with it. But only because we would get a really good album out of it.
Sad Boy Drake.
We would. Oh my God, we would get Sad Boy 6 God. We'd get a really good album out of it.
I saw a meme and it was Future, telling it was Future as Darth Vader telling Will as Luke, come to the dark side.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I did see that.
I was like, come to that toxic side.
I saw a meme where it was like Drake writing, and people were posting like lyrics of what he would write, and there was some shit along the lines of, "This girl that I remember, I won't see her till September because it's been August since I left her." Some shit like that. I'm like, oh my God, bro. I'm like, honestly, drop the album, bro. I'm ready.
Bro.
Sad Boy 6 God, I'm ready for it.
Sad Boy 6 God.
All right, man. But the only reason I got to that topic is because I wanted to talk about a couple celebrities on social media. And one celebrity in particular who has been crossing my timeline and has, frankly, been making it entertaining for me because he put a thought in my mind that had not crossed before this week. And I'm talking about the one and only T.I. Tip Harris. You feel me?
Oh, that's interesting. I know exactly what you're about to get into.
And lately, he's been challenging the one and only Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent, to a versus battle. Right? And you haven't seen much retaliation from 50 on the social media game, which is interesting because everybody knows when it comes to IG, 50 is a troll. Matter of fact, I would say 50 is the bully.
Yes.
He's the bully of Instagram. Ay, perro. Ya llegó tu tiburón.
Oh.
50 is the bully of IG. So to watch Tip just constantly drop hints and make posts. Now, you can't even really say hints because he's hashtagging calling out 50.
No, it's straight up. It's not even like how people say, oh, he's subbing him.
No, he's exactly. Yes.
He's adding
yes, bro. Yes, 100%. You're right. So my thing is, originally, first thought, when that shit came to mind, it's like, T.I., like, what are you doing, bro? Like, that's out of your bracket. You need to know your bracket, and that's out of your bracket.
Mm-hmm.
But if you really start to look at their work,
yep, that's what I think too.
T.I. can pull it out.
No, he can.
Because here's the thing.
Dark horse.
Here's the thing. When you, and I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with versus battles.
I don't know if that was racist, by the way.
What did you say?
I think he's a dark horse.
It's not racist only because T.I. is light skinned. So, if you guys...
300, is that racist? Let us know, please.
Saying? Yo, what up, Garrett? What up, Alec? If you watch the versus battles, or if you don't know what the versus battles are, it's basically two artists go up against each other, and they play 20 hits. They go back and forth for 20 hits. So the thing is, 50's going to give you 7 stone cold killers. 7 minimum.
Yeah.
But once you start getting in the later rounds, does he have something to answer Tip?
I feel like he's getting gassed.
Does he have something to answer Tip? Because here's the thing. Obviously, they're going to do singles. Obviously. And at that point, 50 has the upper hand, singles. And that's based off 1.5 albums. He already has that.
Yep.
But you start getting into the later collection of records and you start getting into the features. The features is what's really going to separate these people. And I guess you can give 50, he's going to pull the stunt 101. He's going to pull I Want to Get to Know You, right?
Say that, want to get to know you.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Honestly, 50, when I was young getting into hip hop, 50 was probably one of my favorite artists, to be honest with you. But I'm just saying, to go 20 hits, T.I. could pull it out. And
I think so too.
And just even like if you think just more recently, who's putting out shit that is actually shit that you could listen to.
Somewhat relevant?
Yes, somewhat relevant. Even if you don't want to say it's hot, like somewhat relevant.
T.I.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like nobody's going to 50 talking about like, oh, I need a 50 feature. But you still get younger guys that are working with T.I. trying to get a T.I. feature. And that says something. Yeah. So to go 20 rounds in, bro.
I'm just looking at like some of his features. Like he had swagger like T.I. Swagger like us.
Swagger like us for sure.
I'm like, dude, like this. He can. You're right. I feel like he can come back.
Yeah.
Like 50 will start out hot.
For sure.
And then like round 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, T.I. slowly coming back.
Yeah, because he got sleepers too, though, you know?
He does have sleepers. And I think think about like Live Your Life with Rihanna. How much of a huge hit that was.
Hey.
He
that's Paper Trail album, right?
Yeah, exactly. He was on a Fancy with Drake.
Mm-hmm. Like, that's right.
Yeah. So
that's right.
Like what? He had that song with Justin Timberlake, My Love.
My love. Oh my
Bro,
God,
like,
you're
he's low key
right.
popping him out of his back pocket. Like,
You're
remember, he was on Soldier with Destiny's Child and Lil Wayne.
Oh, with was Slim Thug on that too?
I don't think so. Not on that one. I think it was like a remix.
Oh, a remix.
Remix. Yeah, bro. Like he's on. Oh, I mean, like R. Kelly's canceled, but he's on "I'm a Flirt" remix.
Oh,
with T-Pain.
I'm a Flirt remix,
Bro. Like I'm looking at it right here. I'm like,
that's what I'm saying. You don't got 50 features that stand out like that.
No, unless I don't know what like that one Jeremiah song. I like your money now with your money on me. 50th verse on that.
Yeah,
But
even then, Jeremiah made that song.
But like honestly, you don't. I mean, oh yeah, even T.I. had a verse on Deuces, the remix, Chris Brown
That's right.
song.
He did.
So low key.
And you're doing that. You're doing that apart from what you know about that.
What you know
apart from you can have
24s.
whatever you like. Apart from 24s. Apart from Rubber Band Man. 9 in my right, 45 in my other hand, bro. It's different. You know what I'm saying?
It's interesting.
It's interesting to see how T.I. is in this situation being the bully, and it's like, bro, he could pull it out.
I can see yeah, you're right. At first glance, just like reading the cover, it's like
Right, because
50,
everyone's like in the club, everyone's PIMP, everyone's many men, cool. But when you start getting into those late rounds, it's different.
I give if there are odds, the money line, I think it'd be like I give T.I. like plus 150, and I put my money on T.I.
So that would be him being the underdog.
I think he's the underdog. I think so.
So you think he has to go out and prove that he can beat him?
Yeah. But I
like that.
But I feel like he can. That's why I would put my money on him.
I like that. 100%. I think for anybody who thinks it's 50, I think you need to run back those catalogs because, like I said, 50's giving you an album and a half max.
He's giving
don't
you
get
Get
me
Rich
wrong.
And The Massacre.
Half of The Massacre. And don't get me wrong, Get Rich is one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time. But we're not talking about longevity. We're talking about you're going to play one song for 45 seconds to a minute, and then you're going to jump to the next one for 20 rounds, bro. Like, it's not going to... Sorry.
Interesting.
Sorry, bro.
At first, it looks like Manny Fresh and Scott Storch. Okay. But now it's much closer than that.
Yeah, for sure. Real quick, one anniversary that I forgot from last week. It was actually dropped on 4th of July. Was the Magna Carta album from your boy Hova. You know what? That album, I have a love-hate relationship with.
Would you hate me if I feel like that's probably one of my favorite Jay-Z albums? Would you hate me for that?
I mean, it depends where you put it, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, if you put it too high, I would be upset.
It's not my... I enjoy it. I enjoy listening it. I mean, I don't know because...
Here's the thing. Off the top of my head, Jay-Z, I don't know how many albums he has. But let's say 7. Let's say 8. I don't know how many he has. Let's say 7 or 8. If you put it like top 4, yeah, it's probably like, nah, it does not belong in this.
But it has
bangers. Yeah, it does. But that's the thing. So for you guys who don't remember the Magna Carta album, it was, from the get-go, he was ready to sell out. And that sounds bad.
It sounds bad, but I understand what you're saying. It
was to make money, but he didn't lose himself in that process.
Yes, 100%.
Right? So
100%.
he did not sell out to sell out, but the plan was we're gonna sell out.
I'm gonna make a pop, and I say the word pop, but I'm gonna make a pop like a more mainstream album.
I get the reference. Yeah, for sure.
Everyone's gonna click too.
If you remember those commercials were Jay-Z having fun with big name artists. Pharrell was there, Swizz Beatz was there, Timbaland was there. So if you listen to the album, that's what you got. You got Jay-Z having fun with big name producers who are gonna put big beats behind them, and it sounds good, but it's just not, for me at least, it's not heavy with the concepts and lyrical ability. I just know him to be so much better than that, you know. Yeah. But that's not to say that album is bad.
Yeah, you definitely got. The thing is that you got to, if you go into that album thinking about Jay-Z lyrically, you're gonna be disappointed.
Because you know he's capable of doing so much more.
To me, how I could look at it, it's more of like, this is Jay-Z. Like, I want to be on my quote unquote trap shit, my dope shit.
Yeah,
I want to pop off.
Don't get me wrong. I have no problem going back listening to that album. I enjoy it. But it's just not, God dang, Danny out here fucking making clouds indoors and shit. I see you, dog. I thoroughly enjoy the album. I would recommend for anybody to go and listen to the album. Just understand what you're getting when you're going into that album. What are some of the songs that you remember off of it?
I don't pop Molly's, I rock Tom
Ford.
I feel like that shit was a flex.
That shit was a super flex.
And then I think it was, what was the song called? I think it was called BBC.
Yeah, the one with
My
Nas.
wife Beyonce, I brag different.
That's
Oh, I'm lying. It's a different song.
I think that's Beach is Better.
Yeah, I brought Santa to the Beach. My beach is better.
But
that to me it was just it was just him flexing the whole album, which is dope because he's Jay-Z. It's like that's what he can.
Well, here's
do.
the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Like if he's gonna flex, like you're not gonna outflex him.
But that's what's
when
dope.
he wants to.
Yeah,
you not gonna outflex him, dog.
My bitch Beyonce, I brag different.
And it's like, yeah. You're right.
You know what? I don't know what to tell you.
You're right.
Yeah.
You got Picasso Baby. He had Part 2 on the Run with featuring Beyonce,
Great
which
song.
I think was one of my favorite.
Beautiful
my
song.
favorite song
Beautiful
on the
song.
album. He had a couple Justin Timberlake features. He had Fuck Up the World. He had Fuck With Me, You Know I Got It featuring Rick Ross. I thoroughly enjoy the album. I will not sit here and say it's a bad album. I will sit here and say you need to understand what you're getting when you're going in to listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
It's a more mainstream Jay-Z.
Yeah,
which
for
is
sure.
weird because I feel like Jay-Z is already mainstream.
Already mainstream for sure. But I mean, a couple weeks ago I was talking about the Reasonable Doubt album, and I highly recommended that one to everybody. As far as if you want to listen to lyrical ability, for sure, go there. This is not where you go to for that. You know what I'm saying?
But if you're trying to go to the party, you're trying to drive to the party to get yourself.
Oh yeah,
pumped.
100%, no problem. I had this album on repeat when it dropped, bro. No problem.
Yes, sir.
Thoroughly enjoyed this one, man. I wanted to talk about something that you actually brought to my attention this week, which was your boy Ludacris. I guess he had a interview of some sort, and he alluded to the fact that the next Fast and Furious, the next installment of the Fast franchise, was gonna be in outer space. So if you listen to the show, you know that with every bit of energy in my soul, I hate that franchise, bro.
I know you do.
And you gonna tell me Fast 9 we going to outer space?
We going to outer space.
So here's the thing though. What in your mind, what happens that they need to go to outer space? What pushes a storyline along?
That's like, oh fuck, now we gotta go to outer space.
And here's the thing. I don't think it's true. I don't think they're really gonna do it. I think even the writers would be like, this is too far.
Fucking stupid.
This is too far. But let's say, right, devil's advocate, let's play along. What in your mind causes them to go to outer space?
Okay, so I'm just pulling shit out of my ass right now.
No, of course.
Okay, so you know how Donald Trump started Space Force?
Okay.
So it has something to do with the United States militarizing space.
Yeah.
Somehow somebody infiltrated Space Force.
And
is trying to fuck some shit up in space with some satellites.
Yeah.
And then they gotta drive their cars to space. Their cars to space.
No,
I don't know.
Like, my shit is like, do you picture Vin Diesel sitting in the seat, staring straight up in the air, and then he hits the rocket boosters, 2 thumbs clicking down. Click.
Hold on. But is he in his car, in his Challenger, with rockets untrapped to the Challenger?
No, honestly, to me, he's in a full rocket ship, but he's not in a spacesuit. He's still in the wife beater. Still in the wife beater, bro.
And it says like NASA on it or something?
Yeah, the NASA wife beater, bro. NASA, if you dropping new merchandise, holla at me, baby. We got ideas on this side, bro.
What's interesting about that is that, because they always tend to like outdo themselves more. My question...
Well, what do you mean by outdo themselves?
I mean, not outdo themselves, but I mean, like, I feel like they always push the envelope more. And
like,
higher,
you thought the last movie was stupid. Watch this.
This is going to be even more stupid.
Yeah.
And it's funny because at this point, like, when I watch the movies, I don't watch them for, like, logic and physics.
No, of course
I just
not.
watch them, like, oh, I just see The Rock fucking fucking bicep curling a fucking torpedo. Like, all right, cool.
You need to understand, if you're good, same thing how we were talking about the Jay-Z album. You need to understand, when you watch this movie, you're watching it for a summer blockbuster. You're not watching it to watch actors show off for a possible Academy nomination. You're not watching it for the cinematography. You're watching it for muscles and fast cars and shit blowing up.
Basically.
And if you're okay with that, then that's perfectly fine. Just understand that's what we watching.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you gotta set your bar a little bit lower. But I mean, what's interesting about this is that let's say they do go to space. What the fuck's the next one gonna be about? Like,
Hey.
how would you like? What would you do? How would you top that?
How you top space?
How do you top space?
I don't know how you top space, but I feel like in one of these movies, Vin Diesel's gonna be the president. And also, you know, a lot of time I bullshit around and I tell people, I'm like, oh, I could be an actor. But I had this conversation with my friend the other day, and I asked him, I'm like, what Vin Diesel movie could I not do? What Vin Diesel movie is outside of my range? There was only, low-key, he got me with one where I was like, I don't know if I could do that one.
What did he say?
The Chronicles of Riddick. The Pitch Black one.
Pitch Black. I was about to say Pitch Black.
I was like, I don't know if I could do
you
that.
So you could do Triple X?
100%, 1,000%. He don't even do his own stunts. 1,000% I could do Triple X.
What about that other movie? But also, he's also in action. He's fucking shooting people. I forgot what it was called.
The Pacifier. 1,000% I could do the Pacifier.
You do Pacifier?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
He just did the new movie Bloodshot.
Oh yeah.
1,000% could
I
do
didn't
that.
even
I haven't
know
even watched it. I could do it. If he can do it, I can do it 1,000%.
What else, dude? I can't even. Honestly, I get you.
And I know it sounds like I'm hating on Vin Diesel, but honestly, fuck Vin Diesel. So yeah.
Okay, yes, but then how is he different than Keanu Reeves?
I could probably no. You know what? Though you're gonna hate me because I can't think of the name of the movie. But there's a movie where Keanu Reeves is like a fucking like, I think he's like a metalhead, a pothead, some shit like that. It's like a '90s movie, mid-90s movie.
Ooh, I think I know what you're talking about, but I forgot the name of it.
Whatever that is,
But
I can't do
I think they're
that.
doing a new movie of that. I think
Yeah, because it was pretty
rebooting it.
popular.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, I can't do that. But I could be John Wick.
You can be John Wick. You can be Neo.
No, I don't know if I could be Neo.
Bro,
I
I watched
haven't-
the Matrix
Uh-huh.
trilogy again.
Yeah.
You should watch it.
No thanks.
No, bro, like it's so
It
good.
just doesn't catch my attention.
But you like action movies
Yeah,
and you like to think.
and that movie's dumb.
No, you haven't seen it.
I know, but I can tell you.
No, it's dope.
You know what?
Well,
I
the first
don't
one's
know
dope.
I don't know what it is about that movie that just doesn't. Nothing about it makes me want to give it a chance.
It's actually, bro. It's really the first one, and I think I mentioned it on a future episode. I mean, maybe I'm the future. Maybe
Future.
You never know. I mentioned in the past episode. Sorry, these claws are kicking in a little bit.
True.
I got the chance to watch the Matrix in IMAX recently. Maybe a couple months ago. They re-released it for the 20-year anniversary. I think it was.
Okay. Oh, they did it in theaters, right?
They did it in theaters.
That's tight.
I watched it in IMAX.
That's
It's
tight.
honestly one of the best movies I've ever seen in theaters because it was just dope. It was just dope to watch the shit again.
Yeah, I feel like you need to go to
experience.
theaters more, but you know.
I mean, I do. I got a pass.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they're closed now, so
Uh,
bring up a different flex.
That's not true because Tenet coming out in August. And I'm about to watch that shit
In theaters?
in theaters, in IMAX.
How?
Yeah, they're gonna open up the theaters. They're gonna open up the theaters, bro.
I don't know. That's what people have been saying though about everything.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
But for real, you should watch The Matrix.
You know what? The only reason I would give it a chance is because it's so hard to find a good trilogy. So if you swear on that trilogy, I'll watch
thing
it.
is,
What?
it's
Say
a-
it. It's
it's
not
a-
a good trilogy.
it's not that it's not a good trilogy. There's just a drop off from the first one. But the first movie, like you don't even have to watch the second and third. If you watch I just want you to watch the first one.
Okay.
The first one's cool. It just everything about it is cool, and they honestly changed like filmmaking and movies, like just what the whole bullet time stuff and all that bullshit.
Yeah, it's crazy when you think about the CGI in that movie, and then that same year there was another big blockbuster that also had CGI. I can't think of what it was, but I remember people talking about
1999. It was 99.
that year.
Yes,
You're saying, yeah. So there was another big blockbuster that comes out that same year, and people were talking about like, yo, the Matrix CGI is so fucking far ahead of whatever the fuck they did on this movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah. So when you say that they changed shit like that, I believe it. It's not Keanu that did it. You know what I'm saying?
No, and it's not Keanu, but
It's Lawrence Fishburne.
and Carrie Ann Moss.
Yeah.
Hey, and shout out to Jada. She's in second and third one.
Then I'm not gonna watch the second and third one.
Hey,
Me and her are
y'all mad at each other?
we're in the opposite of an entanglement
Y'all on a
right
break?
now. Yeah, 100%, 1,000%.
That's what she said. She said I was single.
You know what? We gonna watch the videos and we gonna talk about it next week. How about that? Because you know, Switching the subject real quick, I want to give a big shout out to the boy Jamal Crawford, Jay Crossover, because he signed with the Nets. And he's a guy who, if that team was good, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. He's a player who, if that team had all their players healthy, he would be a difference maker for sure signing to the Nets. So shout out to him, man. Just giving it one more run, somebody taking a chance on him. He could be that guy to be a difference maker if they had all their weapons, if they were a heavy artillery, you feel me? Bradley Beal of the Washington Wizards, he's going to sit out the restart of the season. He said it's due to a shoulder injury. Honestly, I think it's because he looks at his team and is like, bro, we really don't got a chance.
We ain't going to do shit.
We really don't got a chance, and what's the point of risking it? You know what I'm saying? I know I think he has another baby on the way as well, and it's just like, bro, what's the point of putting him at risk? Like, we not going nowhere.
Makes sense.
Honestly, they're not. I've watched a couple Wizards games this season. If it's not for Bradley Beal, they're probably the worst team in the league.
Hey, but your boy Dwight Howard opted in.
Well, I saw he was at practice, so I mean, he has to be in, right?
Well, I guess he had an interview with CNN, and I forgot what the CNN host his name was. I apologize for not knowing his name, but you could tell he was low key a Lakers fan because he kept on asking him like, "So you're gonna play? So you're gonna play?" And then so you're gonna play with them, and then he's like, "That's why." And he's like, "That's why I'm gonna go to Orlando." And then I was like, yeah. And then he ended up showing up to practice.
Yeah, I saw that today. Him and Danny Green were available to practice, and for whatever reason, I didn't read up on it, but for whatever reason, yesterday they were not. But today they were available to practice.
I think it's just because I think it is a 72-hour quarantine.
Right?
It's a hard quarantine.
Must be.
That's
must
what
be.
It is.
So they're green light, ready to go. I'm glad to see everybody getting shots up and spending time together, because chemistry is going to be a big part of it.
Did you see that LeBron James Super Saiyan pod post?
No.
You didn't see it?
Oh, was it something about like him resting his body for 3-4 months?
Let me show you right now. I'm gonna show you, and then you're gonna let the people know.
And that's the thing. That's a big advantage, because obviously when LeBron James is the best player on your team, and he's getting up there in age, you want him to be healthy and rested. Oh yeah, so it does look like he's in the Saiyan pod, and he has the oxygen mask on, and he's just resting, getting ready to go, and that's pretty much it.
Remember Goku on his way to Namek?
Yeah. And it's super important to him, but it's also super important to Anthony Davis, who's had a career full of injuries, you know? So he was able to rest up and get ready to go for this last run, and let's go get it.
I'm excited, man. When I saw that post, I was like, let's go. Let's do this.
I feel you, but just we need that dog in Avery Bradley, you know?
But we got Jay Crossover.
No. We got
Jay Crossover.
We got J.R. Smith. J.R. Swish, dog. I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. I'm ready to watch some fucking basketball, though. You know?
I'm excited, man.
But I want to switch over to the NFL, because somebody just got a payday. Somebody making that bank. They bringing in that bread. You feel me? That cheddar.
Bro, but
that mozzarella.
You saying that is an understatement.
You think so?
Yeah.
I need to go bigger?
I think you need to go bigger.
Somebody just got a new nickname, and it's Mr. Moneybags.
Yeah.
And that's your boy, Patty Maholmes, dog. He signed that 10-year. You feel me? I think it's like $400 million?
I heard it was $503 million.
That's with incentives. That's if he hits all his bonuses. It goes up to that. So I think at standard, if he just plays through his 10 years, he gets that 400. Obviously, he's going to hit most of those incentives. He's going to get a couple more MVPs. He's going to make the playoffs. He's going to win the division. So it's going to be more than 400. But it does get up there into the 500 range if he hits all those incentives.
It's crazy, man. That's.
You know what? To me, it's totally worth it. Totally worth it. And here's my thing. He's in our division. His rookie year, you can ask Andres. Shout out to Andres. His birthday's tomorrow. You can ask Andres. His rookie year, I said, we have to deal with this kid for the next 10 years. He's in our division.
His rookie year is one for the ages, honestly.
Well, and I say that saying his second year, because realistically his first year, I think he only played like the last 5 games. But his second year, that's what I'm referring to as his rookie year. Yeah, he was going crazy.
He was going off. Fuck, man, 400-something million? That's a lot of money, dude.
It is a lot of money. And I think the over-under on Super Bowls for him is 2.5, basically 3. Does he get 3 Super Bowls?
This one?
No.
He
needs 3 more.
He needs 3
in 10 years. What do you think?
So like at first glance, I think when you look at the numbers, you're like, how are they going to be able to put a decent team around him? with that much money tied up.
Yeah.
But I think I looked into it more in detail, and a lot of that money is bonuses and stuff like that he's probably gonna get. So it actually doesn't go into their salary that much, to the Chiefs' salary that much. So it looks like they're gonna be able to have the financial flexibility to put a decent team around him.
Well, yeah. So here's the thing. Once again, shout out to Andres. His birthday's tomorrow. One more time. His birthday's tomorrow.
Okay.
At first when we were talking about it, he goes, obviously, he's going to get 3 more Super Bowls. And I'm like, what do you mean?
No.
But here's the thing you have to understand. Andres is kind of dumb.
Oh.
And that's the most important thing you need to understand. He's a little bit.
He likes his favorite artist is Drake.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there's when you see baby ducklings following the mama duckling?
Uh-huh.
Well, he's the little duckling that gets lost along the way and thinks he's a goose. And it's like, you're not a goose, you're a duck, bro. So that's him. But he was like, oh, yeah, like he's played about 2-3 years and he already has 1. In 10 years, how could he not get 3 more? But then you explain to him, it's like, bro, Tom Brady's the GOAT, right? That's what everybody says. He's played 20 years and he got 6.
Yep.
And then you need to understand that's not everybody's career. That's his career.
Yep.
And then you go into the fact that injuries. Obviously, injuries are going to be a factor. You hope not. But, I mean, it's football. You're going to get hurt. But especially when you're a quarterback who's not afraid to run. It's just going to happen. Besides that, you go into how much are we paying this kid? Now we have to have enough money to build a team around him.
Yep.
Shout out Sammy Watkins for being a real one and taking a pay cut to stay with the Chiefs, dog. Shout out him, dog. But then it's like, bro, we have to pay Tyreek Hill. We have to pay, Dontari Poe. Our running backs that come up in our system, we're going to have to pay them eventually. Like, there's a lot of money that needs to go around, and it's like we just put a chunk of it in Patrick Mahomes.
No, and it's just, that's what's, I mean, I would hit the under because I feel like.
I would go under too.
I feel like winning a Super Bowl is probably the hardest sports championship to win. I think so. I think because teams,
You think it's, I don't know.
Really? What do you
The only other one that I would put there is
World
baseball.
Series?
World Series, yeah.
I think I get that. I can see that. I think it's either a close second or tied, just because. At least if you look at basketball, I'm not saying winning the chip is easy, but like overall great players, Hall of Fame players are basically judged by how many rings they have.
You're talking about
Basketball.
specifically. Okay.
Specifically basketball. I feel like with baseball, there's players that have never won rings that are considered
GOATs.
the GOATs.
Yeah.
There's NFL players that have never won rings or have won one ring considered GOATs.
Yeah. And this was I'm sorry to cut you off, but this was a conversation I had with Andres where it's like Aaron Rodgers is one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time. He only got 1. Peyton Manning is one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time. He got 2, and the second one was on his last year, and he got carried by that defense. Dan Marino, widely known as one of the illest to ever do it, never got one.
Yeah.
So it's like it's difficult to get it. And in baseball, it's hard to run up a dynasty. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
In basketball, it happens a lot more frequently, but because basketball is really the only sport where you can have one guy take over a game.
And actually push, yeah. Exactly.
Because you can play both sides, right? Like in baseball, I get it. You play both sides, offense and defense. But on the defensive end, if the ball's not getting hit towards you, there's not much you can do. In basketball, your best guy can go say, I'm going to lock up their best guy. And when we get the ball, I'm going to come down and score.
Yeah.
So it's different. It's if you can have one of the best players of all time, you can run up a dynasty if you play it right. So that's why it's just baseball and football is like such a team sport. You're just depending on so many people, where as opposed to basketball, you get those talents that are once in a generation, and if they're in the right system, let's get it. And it's much harder to do in football and baseball.
Exactly. That's why I completely agree with you. But you're talking about once in a generation. So since he got a 10-year contract, I want to ask you, who do you think in any sport deserves a 10-year contract?
Any sport? Okay, so Patrick Mahomes, like I said, I completely agree with it. Even though I was saying, how are you going to pay everybody else? You're going to make your money back on jersey sales, on ticket sales. You're fine. You completely deserve it. Staying in the realm of the NFL, I think it's too early to give it to Lamar. Just because, he hasn't. It's hard to say he led you to a couple playoff runs when that defense was pretty good. and it's like he's a running quarterback. At least this running quarterback and Patrick Mahomes, he won you a chip. So it's like, bro, he already earned it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think you can give it to Lamar Jackson. There's guys around the league that are getting old. I don't know who you can give it to in football.
It has to be a young stud.
Yeah.
I mean, and not even stud. I mean, as in, you would think, and I can only think of a LeBron James when he was a rookie, not a rookie, but his first 2-3 years, someone like that, a once in a generation player.
And the thing is, in football, the quarterback is the most important player.
So you would assume that it would be a quarterback.
It would have to be. I don't think there's anybody who's not a quarterback you give a 10-year contract to. No way, it has to be a quarterback. As far as baseball, even your starting pitchers is like, it's tough to give them a 10-year.
Yeah.
It's hard to give them a 10-year. But you want to go NBA, here's a couple guys need that 10-year.
You think so? The only thing about NBA is because I know that the max contracts are 4. I think it's 4+1. I think.
Okay.
I don't. So
Meaning,
isn't it 4+? I forget how much the max contracts are, but I think they're 4 years and then an extra option for a fifth year.
Okay.
I don't remember how it is exactly. But to me, I was like, damn, a 10-year contract. Who would I give that to? And I don't know.
not even in the NBA? Honestly, there's one guy off the top of my head, 10-year right away.
Who?
Luka Doncic. Give Luka the 10-year.
What about
Wait, but do you agree with that before we move on to something else?
Okay,
Because my thing is, if you're Dallas and you're not New York, Miami, Los Angeles, it's like, bro, we need to have a star player here.
you need
And Luka has not shown you anything to say, I'm not going to be here balling for the next 10 years. He has not shown you anything.
Mm-hmm.
No distractions. You haven't heard any scandals about him. He's a lovable character, and he hoops. And he hoops at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I think Luka, honestly, Luka's the first guy that comes to my mind to get a 10-year. John Morant, you still don't know. Zion Williamson, okay, cool. Give him a 10-year. You're another team that's stuck in a small market. Maybe. But Luka's already making MVP arguments already. I think Luka right away you give him a 10-year.
Damn, that's a good one. Yeah, because I thought about John Morant. I forgot about Zion, honestly, which is weird. Damn, I don't know. That's a good one.
Giannis?
I can see Giannis.
Giannis, honestly, the reason why I would give Giannis the 10-year is because he's shown every year he adds something to his game. And as easy as that sounds to do, it's rare. There's not so many players who make a jump every year. And Giannis is making a jump every year. He's only going to get better.
What about Porzingis?
See, the thing with Porzingis is he's shown that he can't stay healthy. So if you're giving him a 10-year, can you build a team around him?
But also, you're assuming that the last 2-3 years are going to be dead years.
Okay, I didn't even think about that.
If you really think about it,
yeah, because they're going to be older, and they're not going to be able to carry a team. Right? No, I wouldn't give it to Porzingis. Because I feel like his prime years, I don't know if he's going to be able to stay healthy.
What about how old is Kawhi? Is he?
Tell you the truth, I'm not sure how old Kawhi is.
I feel like if he was, I think he's a little not on the older side, but like just on the not young side.
Yeah.
I feel like if he was younger, I'd probably give him a 10-year.
That's tough. Because that's the thing. If you look back at him younger in his career, he hasn't won a chip for the Spurs yet. He hasn't won a chip for the Raptors yet. So you already know that he's not a sellable character. As far as can you brand him and you can't. He's not that guy. Same way Mike Trout, they're not that guy. Which some people really love about them, that they're humble and quiet and kept to themselves. Other people like myself hate it. I want my players to be flashy and be out there and in your face, braggadocious. But
that's all I like my players, honestly.
I like it. Personally, if Mike Trout had a little bit more flair to him, bro, I'll get that boy tatted on me. You feel me?
Damn.
Mike Trout the GOAT, honestly. I was having this conversation with somebody a couple days ago where I was like, bro, like, I'm not super baseball fan. I know that baseball is a game of numbers, right? So you have to be into statistics or at least aware of them to kind of have that GOAT conversation. But to me, whenever I watch people talk about Mike Trout on the TV and they compare him to the Mickey Mantles, they compare him to Ken Griffey. When they compare him to guys like that, it's like, bro, he's in his prime right now. He's starting to hit right now, and he's already getting these comparisons. If he can just play out his career to level of what he's doing now, it's over. He has to be the GOAT, right?
I know. I completely agree.
And you were talking about how there are guys who don't get rings in baseball, and
He
they
might
are.
be one of them.
If he's a part of this franchise, he's going to be one of them. I'll tell you that right now. Look, as much as an Angels fan I am, I understand that our franchise is run pretty terribly upstairs. You know? If there was a change in GM, I would not be mad. But, also, they just signed Rendon.
You never know.
You never know. You never know. And I know we got a little bit off topic, but that's just the White Claws hitting right now. You feel me? I just had to go there right quick.
Yeah. No, I mean, if we go into even baseball 10-year contracts are more prevalent. I would think of a Mike Trout. I mean, but he already got one.
He already got it.
One.
He already got it.
I would think of Mookie Betts.
Well, my thing is, how old is Mookie?
I think he's in his early to mid 20s.
First of all, with a name like Mookie, can I trust you for 10 years?
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
With a name like Mookie, I cannot trust you for 10 years.
I would think of facts. I wouldn't give it to a pitcher, no matter what. I don't care. I'm not giving a 10-year contract to a pitcher.
Just because the injuries are gonna come.
Yeah, because I already know.
Or if it's not injuries, a drop off is eventually gonna hit.
Yeah, to me, maybe like a Francisco Lindor.
I thought you were gonna say me.
You?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say Francisco Vargas, and I was like, dude, honestly, thanks, man. But
bro.
you're a terrible GM, but thanks.
Hey, bro, I gotta get the homies paid.
Hey, the homies gotta get fed. You feel me?
Hey, you feel me? Like, who'd you sign? I just signed my boy.
Is like what position does he play? Whatever you want.
Sunday league at Sybil,
You feel me?
Yeah.
He's in the church league.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He been putting up numbers.
I'll run up numbers though. That's my thing. You know what? Nah, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna go into it because I don't want to get more off conversation. Okay. But one thing that I did want to talk about, and I'm pretty sure you heard about, is your boy Donald Trump pulled the U.S. out of who?
Who? Mike Jones?
The World Health Organization. But what does that actually mean,
you
though?
said my boy.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I know you voted for him.
What?
I know we got 1,200, you got 1,500. I know you voted for him, though. I know you got the little extra bread.
Yeah, a little bit?
A little bit extra. A little something on top, you know what I'm saying? 2-term Trump, you feel me?
Trump.
That's what he's going for.
Oh.
But what does it actually mean for him to pull the United States out of who? What's like, I honestly don't understand the cause and effect of it.
From what I know, and this is my limited who knowledge. The World Health Organization, it's basically a bunch of different countries. They all donate to a specific organization, and they kind of like how the CDC is for us.
Yeah.
It's what the WHO is for the fucking
On a global scale.
On a global scale,
Right.
So he just basically pulled out. We're not gonna give you guys money because y'all stupid.
I mean, I feel it, but also, like, what are you doing, guy?
Like, I feel it, but also, are you a doctor? Because they are, and you're not.
Because they are doctors, and you're definitely not, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. He's saying that they did a bad job, like, with the coronavirus. But also, like, sometimes shit goes south because...
But also, just today, New York reported 0 cases of coronavirus for the first time since March.
But also, just today, Florida reported 14,000 new cases.
So, is it who... Or is it the fact that state governments are just
Fucking
letting people go
stupid.
wild, bro? Okay, because Arizona got hella cases. Louisiana, hella cases.
Bro,
Florida,
14,000 in one day?
And New York just hit 0. So what are we doing, guys?
I don't know.
What are we doing, guys?
We're listening to, I don't know who honestly, who are we listening to?
It was not who anymore. I'll tell you that right now.
Not who, it's not the CDC.
Nah, man. Everybody's
It's just interesting. I don't get it. Like, they're doctors. They went to school. You didn't.
But you know what the thing is? It's honestly, I don't want to say people don't think it's real, even though I know there are from my searches into the dark web. I know there are people who believe it's not real.
Or it's not as bad.
It's not as serious. And that's the thing. People just don't think it's not as... And they're not going to believe it until it happens to them or they know of someone that happened to them. And it's like, by that time, it's too late. You know? I'm not sure if we've mentioned it on here, but I saw the perfect meme that described it. And it said, it's like, bro, if this shit is real, then I'm saving lives by wearing a mask. And if it's fake, at worst, I'm giving a minor inconvenience by wearing a mask.
Like,
and that's all it is, bro.
that's honestly all it is.
That's all it is.
It's like,
come on.
It's like when people say like, so you tell me you're willing to pay a little bit more taxes so everybody can get health insurance? Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's
That's called about caring about your neighbor, bro.
Just
the person next to you can't afford it, bro.
yeah,
And I got a little something extra. Okay.
All right, cool. We all put in the pot together.
I get it.
Socialism, horrible.
Hey, man.
But no, that's what it is, man. It's what it is. And seeing all these Karens and Kevins in the world like freaking out about, oh, I can't breathe because I'm wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Like, bro, really?
Chill, God.
Really?
Take it from somebody who's throwing pallets every day wearing a mask. It's difficult. It's bothersome, but it's doable.
You'll be alright.
You'll be okay.
You ain't gonna die. But did you die though?
No.
Yeah.
But did I hit overtime though? Yes, sir. Okay, Danny. Let's get to wrapping up this episode. But before we do, I know you got a little anecdote you want to get off your chest.
I do. I got a story.
You got a little something.
I got a little
You gotta tell the
something,
people sometime. You know what I'm saying?
me. I put my player cap on.
Okay.
You know, I was doing my thing with the girl. You know, texting,
112 where the players dwell. You feel me?
sexting a little bit. You know,
Some sexting.
yeah. You know, sending some.
Oh, you
and
sending?
receiving some pictures.
Oh, you sending via text?
Exactly. Or snaps. You know, or the ones that disappear.
Yes, sir.
But so me and this girl were just doing our thing. You know, everyone's done it. No, those dick pics weren't random. They were asked for, so it was cool.
Okay.
You know, and then she sent some to her. You know, you got if you got some, you gotta send some too. You know, receive. You gotta.
I mean,
give.
it's just kind.
It's just you know, treat one how you want to treat people to treat you. You know,
yeah,
you
it's
feel
just
me?
thoughtful.
Exactly. You know, and so we did our thing. She wanted me to come over. She lives a little far, so it's kind of impossible. And there's also a pandemic going around.
Oh, so in
you
case
know,
you forgot.
Unless everybody forgot. So no, we were doing our thing, texting. After a while, kind of died out a little bit, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it, whatever. Like, you know, shit happens. I know the game. Like, it ain't my first rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
Out of nowhere, and I mean out of nowhere, I just see her post, "My love," and it's a dude.
Yo, son.
And I'm like, wait, what?
Yo, son.
Hold up. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, oh, maybe it's like her, like. And then it's like, I'm so, and then somebody posts a meme. She posts a meme like, this is how my boyfriend acts, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold up right here. Unless she fell in love with somebody in 7 days,
Which is possible.
which is possible, I guess.
suppose.
Love, if you believe in love at first sight.
I mean, it happens in the movies.
It does. I've seen a couple movies where they fall in love and they get married in like 3 days.
Just a couple.
But I think I got bamboozled.
Oh, 100% you got bamboozled.
I got bamboozled.
I just...
And like, which was cool. Which I didn't mind about was like, it wasn't like we were trying to date or nothing. We both knew what the game was.
Yeah, yeah.
Which was cool.
You didn't get your feelings hurt.
But I was like, damn, she had a man this whole time. Like, it all makes sense now. Because sometimes I would text her and she wouldn't write back. And I'm like, why she don't write back like that? I'm like, that's she was just on it, like,
Right.
all right, whatever. And then like she'd be like, oh, we'll hang out this weekend. I hit her up the weekend. She wouldn't hit me back up till Monday. I'm like, what? It's kind of weird. I'm like, whatever. Maybe she's doing her thing. Whatever. Who
She
cares?
was probably at 112 where the players dwell.
She probably was. So, and then yeah, and then now, she got a dude.
I mean, I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I'm just disappointed.
Damn, that hurts.
You know what I'm saying?
That hurts.
But also, I somewhat had a similar story.
Really? I mean, the thing is, I've never been put in that situation before. I've never been put in that situation secretly before.
Yeah.
It was just like, wait, hold up, what?
You're the side chick.
I was like, oh, okay, like, all right, and I had no idea. It's one thing when you know going into it, like,
Oh,
all
yeah,
right,
for
you're
sure.
like,
It's
all right,
completely
yeah.
different.
But it's like, wait, hold up, oh, I was a side dude. Damn.
Oh, I got put on pause.
Yeah,
I got that
did.
pleasure P on boyfriend number 2.
Exactly.
Oh my god. But honestly,
I don't know girls are that scandalous, bro.
oh for sure, they are lovely human beings for the most part. You know what I'm saying?
For the most part.
And that's how I'm choosing to go out on this episode, because the claw is the law, and I don't want it to hit anymore on microphone. You feel me? So that's how I'm choosing to go out on this episode, Daniel.
Ladies, we love you.
Of course,
Do your
always and
thing.
forever.
You know what, ladies, do your thing. You ain't gotta be loyal to nobody but yourself.
True, but
Also,
if Jada is your idol, do not come this way.
I'm gonna keep it G. And I ain't gonna tell the boyfriend.
Hey, you know what? You gonna keep it capital G, though.
I'm gonna keep it capital G.
Keep it capital. Do not be August Alsina.
No,
keep
I'm
that
not.
shit capital
I'm not.
G, though.
Exactly.
You feel me? And you gonna keep that shit pushing,
I got
dog.
you. Hey, your nudes are safe with me. Don't worry, girl. I got you.
And with that being said, we'll see you guys next week.
Deuces.